Yo guys, what's going on, and welcome back to a brand new video here on the Geoguessr channel. Today it's O, and I'm going to be playing my solo duels for this week in our race champion series. Again, I'm in a similar position to how I've been the last few weeks, just sitting kind of at the bottom of Master. No real risk of relegation, because I feel like I can quite comfortably win a couple games and get up to kind of sort of this 820 range, which kind of guarantees me safety. However, in the next few weeks, I'm going to look to push on and maybe hit the 900s and maybe even get promoted to Master 1, which is where B is. Anyway, if you guys do enjoy today, hit that like and subscribe, and without further ado, let's hop into the first no-move duel of the day against Pepsi82 from Poland. Republic of Botswana, meaning we're in Botswana. I don't really recognize those place names. We've got a kind of northwest road, an intersection, we've got a curve up there. Let's look for Surreal. It's not one of these bigger ones. There's a dam over there though. Maybe one of these is a dam. I'm not really sure. That would kind of lined up with the northwestern road as well. Might as well just pop our guess there. And he doesn't find the place names, and we were just down here in a place called Celebi Hickway. Next round here, got an instant sort of weird. Nah, the vegetation doesn't look like it. I almost thought like a Japanese vibe with the road and stuff, but I'm not getting that sort of vibe anymore. Maybe more of a European round, even though that wouldn't really line up this sort of road. Maybe something. No, I don't think it's South America. I think it is most likely to be Europe more than anything else. Maybe somewhere like Poland or Bulgaria, maybe. Somewhere along here. I'll just put myself in Hungary. He's in the Philippines, and it was Romania there. So we're going to do quite a bit of damage. Back-to-back Hungaries with this. Don't know what it's called. Road sign, kilometer marker. If it is a road sign, then we're looking for the 5. We can always have a quick scan for it. It's never a bad thing. However, it's not looking likely that we're going to be able to find it. Got 64. We got the 6 down here. Might as well put ourselves on the 6, although it doesn't look like the roads are grouped together very much. And that would be a correct assumption, as the 5 was all the way up here. I still can't see it on the map. Maybe it's just this road here, the smaller one. Here, we're driving right. Got a sort of green bit on the top of the plate. We're in, I believe it to be Panama. Because, yeah, it's Panama. That's all I got, really. I'm gonna go more near the middle of the country. He's in India, and that is gonna win us the game. I don't know why he's gone in India. However, I feel like it's more common in Master than it should be. People missing like quite obvious car meta. And that guy was quite a bit higher rating than us as well. So we get a nice little boost to our rating there, putting us up to 831. And I think my all-time high rating is only like 835. So if we can win this game against a player who again is quite a bit higher rated than us, then we're going to be able to go up even more. Here we've got a European plate, and it looks like a Swedish one, if that's like a little S there. However, I'm not going to jump to conclusions, as these road lines almost remind me of Denmark. However, this bridge is actually quite a famous bridge. It separates Sweden and Denmark. And if my assumption about the road lines is right, we're on the Danish side, looking south onto it. I believe it's this one. We're just going over it here. So I think that makes the most sense, unless we're like here. So we've got this kind of green bit near where he is. Okay, we're just in the middle of this kind of green bit in the middle. It's quite a cool round to get. I think there's another bridge up here. No. Just sort of border separator, I'm not very sure. Here is South Africa. Ugh, sorry. Here is South Africa. Got place names over there. We've still got these yellow airlines driving left. It's very simple South Africa. It's very green and it's actually not that hilly. It's kind of got this rolling landscape, which I would normally associate more with down here. However, I have no idea. Actually, that looks quite hilly. Maybe like up here? That looks slightly flatter. I'll go up here. It could be down near Cape as well, though. Okay, it was just down near East London, a bit more south than I was guessing. Here we've got some bollards, looking quite generic, really. I can't see any bolts or anything. No, I'm not too sure. Just ignore them for now. This looks sort of like a Czechia, maybe. It even goes far to say it's like a Romania or something. I'm quite happy in Czechia, though. He also goes in Czechia. And well, they must have been German bollards then. Didn't see any bolts, so I couldn't be too sure. But again, we are slightly closer. Here we've got some of the most red soil you're ever going to see, which 9 times out of 10 means you're in Brazil. And I think that's a Brazilian water tank behind there. Couldn't be 100% sure. This, however, definitely is a Brazilian water tank. I don't know if it's kind of all around Brazil that you see them, but I know that you see them in Brazil. And this sort of red soil, again, is quite you see it everywhere. My favourite state to guess in Brazil is the state of Goiás, because I feel like it's kind of in the middle of everything. He's also quite close to me, and yeah, I guess that makes sense with how sort of red the soil was, putting us all the way west, kind of near Bolivia. Nice time on a tractor. Where are they having this nice time on a tractor though? Somewhere that use very weird snow poles, but what looks to be French bollards in the distance. Got some snowy hills. I'm liking sort of the sun's in the south though. So maybe like, you know, because we've got the white centre lines. I think I'm just going to ignore the sun and go Chile. As stupid as that sounds. No, like Argentina, maybe. Okay, back to normal now. I keep getting this sort of snowy hills covered in Turkey. And just never associate snow with Turkey. Also, ignoring the sun probably wasn't the play there. Just saw the clock going down and panicked a little. Here is confusing me a wee bit. However, I wouldn't be surprised if it's like Russia. I feel like these trees are kind of northern. It's a weird little road that they've got going on. Let's go in Russia. Why not? You know, we'll send it slightly more easterly. He's in Canada, and it is Canada, and we're going to take a loss there. Which is probably fair enough. I had some pretty atrocious guesses there. Right, moving in to the third and final game of today. We're playing against someone who's a little bit lower rating than us. Here we get a beautiful first round. almost looks to be the Mediterranean somewhere. So exposed down here. However, there's no European plate there, but there is one over here. Doesn't really help me. I don't know what this reflector means. Could this be... Let's check. Coast is south, like directly south. Which makes me like Spain. I don't like Italy, because obviously the plate's not Italian. It could be Greece, but I'm not getting that immediate sort of Greek vibe from this. Croatia maybe looks a bit dry to be Croatia. Could be Turkey, I'm not getting a Turkish. I think it's Spain is where I'm going with this. And I'm quite happy to, I guess it's quite hilly here, isn't it? Quite happy to go down here near Almeria. He is in Turkey, and it is one of the Greek islands, that's probably why it was so dry. I think I'm gonna go, if I think it's South America, if I think it's South America and it's weird, I normally go in Bolivia, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And there was Ecuador there. We're not gonna lose off that, are we? No. Sweden here. Because you got Swedish road lines. Yeah, I don't know. It's not Estonia. I see it being relatively North Sweden, but not like all the way up there. Or relatively south, and south enough to where we lose a game in 3 rounds. And because I've lost a game in 3 rounds, I'm going to play another one, because there's no way I am ending today in the relegation zone. Right, we can't lose this one. 752 rated, 671 no move rated. I don't guess first. I don't guess first very often. This has got to be UK, right? I believe so, yeah. I can't see any backlights. It could still be Ireland, but I'm 90% sure this is UK. Just go somewhere near Manchester. He's a bit more north, and it was all the way down, almost near Wales. We were just outside of Gloucester. I know someone from Gloucester. Brattengard. Yellows. Okay, so this is Norway. This looks a bit odd for Norway. Maybe not, actually. I don't... It's got to be south, right? It's got to be. It can't be any more north than... I don't know, sort of here. Sort of Nam sauce. Hey, maybe I'm wrong. He's right next to me, and yeah, it was south there, just a wee bit more north of Oslo. San Juan is, I think, it's Argentina, the Argentine place. I think San Juan is the most common sort of, I want to say street name in all of South America. I always see it whenever I'm in a city or even just like a town. I'm gonna go here. Oh, he was in San Juan. That probably makes more sense than where I guessed. We get a bit lucky there. I mean, I guess not. Like, you see street names like that everywhere. Got European vegetation, almost definitely. Yeah, Northern Hemisphere. I want to say this is like Ukraine or something. Or like Slovakia, Poland or something. Let's go in Eastern Slovakia. Just France there. I guess that also makes sense. A lot of Europe looks very similar, especially these very rural rounds. However, Europe is quite a small continent. And if you know you're in relatively central, you're not going to lose too many points. Thinking America. I don't see, although that's blue on the bottom of the plate. I unfortunately do not know what that means. nor do I know where we are in the US. I mean, we could be in Canada. However, I don't think we are. We've got our place. So where's our place? Getting a sort of California vibe almost. It could be quite risky going all the way west here. But it pays off relatively luckily, because we were actually in Nevada there. Oh no, we weren't. Is this? I don't know. That looked like a weird sub-region. Could not be sure. Area camping and village bar pizza restaurant. This is Europe somewhere. However, we've got a little plate here. We've got an Italian plate there. And we've got an Italian flag here. So I'm going to make the assumption that we are in Italy. And as long as I'm closer, I'm going to win. So let's just go a bit in the middle, a little bit more north. Oh wow, he was quite a bit closer there. I guess it did look a bit more south. And when I'm up that much damage, I should just go for it. However, I probably would have gone even more south than where it was. Maybe even on sort of Sicily area. All white road lines. It looks sort of Mediterranean and with Turkish bollard here. I think this is some kind of Turkish water tank as well. I'm sure it's region specific. However, I'm not good enough for that. Again, with these snowy Turkish hills, which were here last time. So based on that and only that, we're going to go there again. And yeah, it has paid off. I wonder if they're the same hills. I highly doubt it, but you never know. That is going to win us the game. Ending us on, I'll show you our rating and league position. I think I started on 812 rating. So nothing's changed at all. However, I made a video of it, so thank you guys very much for watching. If you did enjoy, hit that like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next week for another solo duos video, and possibly in a video before then, probably team duos next Wednesday. See you guys.